Hey everybody, Alex here from StayFrostyCinema, and welcome to Is It Good? The MP5 submachine gun in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This video will give you a closer look at the MP5, going through real-world history, Call of Duty legacy, stats, pros, cons, effective attachments, and lastly, a verdict on if the gun is what actually could be considered good. At the end of it, we guarantee you'll know a little bit more about the MP5. So, without any further notice, let's get going by introducing you to the MP5 as a gun. In reality, the MP5 is the German-made submachine gun by arms manufacturer Heckler & Koch. It was developed in the 1960s and is still in production today. The MP5 is used all around the world, from Jamaica to the FBI hostage rescue team. It's like the AK-47 of submachine guns. The MP5 most commonly fires 9 or 10 mm rounds at 800 rounds a minute and is effective to about 200 meters depending on what variant you have. The MP5 has many different variants, most notably the MP5K, which is its shorter variant. Being such a popular gun, there's no wonder why it's in Call of Duty and why FPS Russia got his hands on it. In Call of Duty, the MP5 has been in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and is now in Modern Warfare 3. Its shorter variant, the MP5K, has been in Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. In Modern Warfare 3, the MP5 is the first submachine gun unlocked along with the UMP. The MP5 is the more unstable SMG of the starting unlocked submachine guns, with unpredictable recoil and a shorter magazine. It counterbalances these with a faster fire rate and higher damage at its least effective range. Now get your calculators at the ready. It's stat time. Pay attention and check the description if you missed anything. The MP5 has an ammo capacity of 30 rounds and 45 when you strap on extended mags. The MP5 is unlocked at level 1. The MP5 has a round per minute count of 800. The MP5 has a headshot multiplier of 1.5 times damage. The MP5 will smack down with 42 damage for every close range hit and 20 damage with every long range hit. The MP5 has a probable bullets to kill count of 3 at close range and 5 at long range. The MP5 damage drop-off begins at about 15 meters and ends 5 meters later at 20.32 meters. The MP5 has a recoil that is moderately high, and I find can kind of kick horizontally. The MP5 reloads in 2.53 seconds normally, and 3.03 seconds with an empty clip. The MP5 has a raise time of 0.83 seconds, and a drop time of half a second. The MP5's sights have an ADS time of 0.20 seconds, and will grant 1.2 times magnification. The MP5's iron sights cover approximately 11% of the screen when aimed down sight. Lastly, the MP5 has a hip-held mobility of 100% and an aim-down sight mobility of 80%. Now after seeing those stats, let's shine a different light on the MP5 with our pros and cons. First, the pros. The high damage of 5 shots to kill at long range is pretty good for a submachine gun. The MP5 has good iron sights. No matter the recoil, the iron sights are pretty good and are familiar territory for people who have used this gun in other Call of Duties. The MP5 is unlocked as soon as you can create a class, and there may even be a default class available for it. Also, the MP5 has the second fastest reload speed of the submachine guns. Now to the cons. The MP5 has the shortest magazine size of the SMGs at 30 rounds per clip. This will leave you reloading a lot and sometimes not able to get those final shots in for the kill. The MP5 has a slow fire rate when it comes to the submachine guns in Modern Warfare 3. The recoil is pretty bad and tends to kick horizontally like a mule. Before we get to the recommended attachments and proficiencies, the MP5 is like all SMGs and performs best at close range and gives shotguns a run for their money. And I know what you're thinking. 800 rounds per minute seems pretty good, but it's the second slowest fire rate when compared to the other SMGs. The MP5 sounds like a decent gun in theory, but in practice, it struggles at close range against anyone with a different SMG and a slightly better connection. Like any gun, it's not a bad idea to fit the attachments and proficiencies to either lessen the weaknesses or magnify the strengths. So if you're going to use the MP5, here are some attachments we recommend you should try. Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire will boost the gun's fire rate, to help kill your opponents faster, and help the MP5 not feel so gimped when compared to the other SMGs. And when it comes to the other SMGs in Modern Warfare 3, close-range spray and pray bullet hosing is a common strong point, and being able to dump the most semi-accurate bullets downrange the fastest will help kill before you get killed. However, this faster fire rate will help drain the clip faster, which is why we recommend extended mags. Extended mags will help fix the small clip problem, and will help that spray and pray submachine gun style that we all know and love. Unless you want to run sleight of hand or achieve the right specialist bonuses to reload even faster. For proficiencies, we recommend the attachments proficiency. The attachments proficiency will help you combine both of those rapid fire and extended mag attachments so that your clip doesn't drain so fast. More attachments also allows you to customize the gun any further way that we didn't mention here. Kick is also recommended. We recommend kick because kick will reduce the recoil and will assist you in mid-range gunfights and help damper that unpredictable recoil that will otherwise leave you respawning. Now it's time for the Is It Good verdict on the MP5. First, its base rating. This is the rating for the gun at its basic form with 0 attachments or proficiencies. We give the MP5 1.5 stars because the MP5 has some pretty bad, noticeable weaknesses when you first start using it. For the overall rating, that's the weapon at its maximum effectiveness in terms of any and all attachments, proficiencies, perks that you could mix. This is as good as we think the gun is ever going to get. The MP5 gets 2.5 stars because no matter what you put on the gun, it will still have something that it's lacking. With the attachments and proficiencies available, you can't really work towards this gun's strengths because it doesn't have any outstanding strengths. So all you'll really be doing is minimizing the weaknesses as best you can. Next up, the final gun rating on the Is It Good scale. Is it awesome, great, really good, good, decent, gimped, or Terribad? Let's find out. It's decent! The MP5 was awarded the decent rating, but barely. I almost wanted to give this gun the gimped rating, but I don't know what I would really do to fix it. The MP5 is almost the same in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 as it has been in past Call of Duties, including the MP5K. And it was pretty good in past Call of Duties. It dominated at close range with its signature 3 shots to kill, or 2 with stopping power. The only problem in Modern Warfare 3 is the other submachine guns are just as good at close range, which you will find out, with 3 shots to kill, where it used to be 4. So the other SMGs share what used to make the MP5 shine, but they don't share the same weaknesses. But the MP5 isn't gimped, because it's on the verge of being awesome. If Infinity Ward buffed any of the weaknesses, it would either become a carbon copy of the other SMGs, or a total beast. For example, if they lowered the recoil enough to make a difference, add kick to that, and it would probably outclass most of the assault rifles, because it would utilize its effective minimum damage that barely comes in handy the way the gun is now. But some people really love the MP5 despite the stats and wouldn't have it any other way. And if it's possible to get a Moab with this gun, it can't be all that bad, even though it was in the hands of a mega beast. So if you're grinding your way through the prestiges, the MP5 will be a nice challenge available to you from start to finish. Until next time, this has been Is It Good for the MP5 SMG in Modern Warfare 3. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Stay frosty, my friends.